So, I want to get better at vlogging. So, it's late Tuesday night and I want to talk about the books. So, I'm reading Priscilla, but it's like really sad. She's like really had a tough life and her life is just going to keep getting worse and worse. Then she's going to die, and at least that's from what I understand about it. So, I want something a little bit more hopeful, cheerful. No, hopeful. So I picked up Girl of the Limberlost, and it's going great. It's a bit of a dreary beginning, but there's already so much more hope in this story. So I'm pleased about that, and happy to. Pardon the fan noise, but again, with my attempt to be better at vlogging, I'm vlogging my current method of taking a Bookstagram photo, which in this case is, I don't know how to Bookstagram this book, Fid's Crusade. I've talked about it before, maybe-ish, and so I'm going to solve that problem by doing a, weird, here's a heavy sci-fi book, and there's a bunch of flowers, and I think that will be a striking. I think this will be a striking photo. Just all these pretty flowers around a heavy sci-fi. But I mean, not really heavy, but there's the sci-fi. So let's put, because I'm not holding that thing in. And I think I might try and shove the flowers in a bit, make them a little clump closer to the book, like this. Let me switch hands. Pardon the zoom in close, but I'm trying to do this while holding a camera, and it's just, oh, I like it! It looks so ridiculous. Well, you get the idea. Right-ho, so we're doing this thing where I talk about the books that I completely didn't have the ability to talk over, or completely forgot to talk over. Like this book I'm reading right here. This book I read on Sunday. It's The Happy Hollisters, something or other, on the old Clipper ship. And I never got vlog footage of it at all. So, here's me reading it. So there's a couple more books coming, but I decided just to show this whole 4-minute, shrunk down into 1 minute, 2-chapter clip, because, I mean, I thought it was fun. That's the speed I was reading. So, man, this is really, really annoying. I can see just off the recording that I'm getting so near the end of this clip, and I have nothing more to say about it. And this is The Lord of the Rings. I finished it, the last 5 pages. Yay! I'm so pleased about finishing it. I was wrong. It is F, part F, section F, epilogue F, and it's F, so the cat I could read backwards. I read this and I enjoyed it. It was a reread. So, my jolly good plans to vlog this week kind of fell apart Friday. I was busy Friday and vlogging didn't happen. So, the last 4 books I read this week are getting filmed Sunday. So I get to edit this today and tomorrow. And, I read this one after finishing up 150 pages of, pardon me, Girl of the Limberlost. I decided to quit and read The Little White Horse, which, bizarre book. If you've ever read a bizarre book, I do not know what to think of this book. It seems like there's a 14-year-old... Just a second, this light's horrible. Let's see if this miserable lighting system is any better. I think I need a lighter fabric between me and the light. Because right now it's looking a bit grainy. But earlier I was looking washed out. Anyhow, good night. The Little White Horse, it's weird. I don't really recommend it. I mean, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's like overly description heavy and just not a great book. So, moving on to a book I enjoyed much more, but I thought the content was just as questionable. The Green Willow by Eileen Dunlop. It's a ghost story. So, I wanted that one, the horse, Little White Horse, to be a ghost story. I would have enjoyed it more if it was a ghost story, let's be real. So I was quite, I don't know, this is a ghost story, so yeah, kind of questionable. But it was an enjoyable story, and the ghost was good, and it just, yeah, I really like this book. But it's, whatever. Then I read The Mystery of the Third Lucretia. And, this is a great book. I mean, it is a little bit, you know, questionable. Like, they go to the red light district in Amsterdam, like, several times, and just, they're 14-year-olds. You know, I was reading books about 14-year-olds doing weird stuff this week. Last couple books ago, they were getting married. Now this book, they're going into the red light district, and you know. But it's a great mystery about these two 14-year-olds who solve an art mystery, and they're both girls. And it's really weird because the one's Carrie and the other's Lucas. And like, you would think, you know, what's the deal with those names? But just, you know, I actually kind of like Lucas's name now that I think more about it, but it is a traditional boy name, so I cannot find a good place to hold this book. It's so reflective. It's a library book. You know how they have those plastic covers that are so nice, so you can do things with them and not wreck the paperback cover? But on the same hand, it's so reflective. Anyhow. And, fourth book and final book I read this week is Second Sons by David Oliver Rain. And here's what's interesting, like, there's, like, a couple places they talk about it. Like, that's the font. I read it, just, like, he died in 2012, and I was like, okay, wow, this book must have, you know, come out just before he died, just as he died. And then I was, like, looking at the beginning because I was curious, and it's like, copyright 2013. It's like, wow, that's cool. So it's this amazing story about a couple of doctors, well, focuses on a couple of doctors who, their goal is to save lives. Well, save eyes, I should say. And so they're always, you know, the one pioneered a cataract surgery technique, and the other one, you know, helped him spread it to the world. And so it's really interesting and really amazing, and it's like 400 pages, and I read it in like 4 hours-ish, maybe a bit more. I read, no matter what the book, I feel like I read it at exactly 100 pages an hour, even if it's, you know, short little pages like this, you know, big print, short pages, or if it's, you know, smaller page size, it's big print, or if it's dense pages like that. I just read it at 100 pages an hour. And so, yeah, that's what I've read. That's my reading week. What have you been reading? Do the YouTube things. Bye!